I'll tie another pike fly, this time a Jack Frost. So this here is it's about a 5.0 Sakuma Manta Extra 545, although any sort of a predator type hook will do. And we'll add on our gel spun tie-in thread. So the core of the tail of these flies, you see, generally I use this pearl crystal here, which you can buy in bulk off eBay from China. So pull out maybe 8 or 10 strands, separate them out from the bunch, then hold the far side so that when you pull it'll slide through the cable tie on this. If you try and hold it on that side, it seems to bunch the whole thing up and make a mess out of it. So set that on as the core of the tail, roughly across its middle, and then fold it back and then bind across. So we can trim that down to length later. What we'll do is take a little bit of super glue and that will fix that in place and that'll not move. So next we're going to take like some sort of silver kind of tinsel. So same thing here. I'm going to take a smallish bunch, but because of the length of it, you can hold it over here. Once we start to double this over on itself, the bunch will soon start to thicken up. Trim it in two, fold it over again, trim that in two. Now to get a taper, what you want to do is take this bunch here, hold the tips, but not all the tips, and pull a few through each other, so then we start to get this sort of tapered effect. These bits are too long, get rid of them. We're going to tie that in slightly forward of the pearl bunch and about 2/3 ish of the length of it, so that then this bunch here is shorter than this bunch here, so when we fold this back on itself, it then accentuates the taper at the rear here. Just tie in front of that now. I'm not going to tie over that because I tied it in the middle part. If you tie it down, it'll clamp it down if that's what you want, but if you do this here you'll get more splay on it and therefore a bit more body to your fly. And we'll just a little bit of super glue in there and let that set. Now that's at the minute in a sort of a cone shape, but if you wanted that fly to be flat, what you could do is squeeze it this way and then the super glue will set in a sort of vertical plane, and it'll keep those fibres down here and on the top sort of splayed out and give you that bit more body to your fly. Now we're going to travel forward a bit here, so I'm just going to put on a bit of silver Dublin, although this is not necessary, same as the sort of hollow tie-in effect means that you don't even see what's on the body. So now to keep with the sort of body of the fly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a bit of bucktail, this time red. So take a bunch of that. In this instance, I'm looking to cut that off fairly square because I'm only going to tie across back a couple of mil maybe from the ends of those fibres, so I get a loose wrap on that encompasses all of those, and then let that sort of splay around the hook. As it tightens it'll do that, it'll roll it because it wants to draw in the material. So now it has gone all around it, I can hold this back and pull that down tight and wrap all through those roots. It's fix that in place. Now that'll give us our sort of red collar striking point, but it'll also, because of the nature of it, splay out and give us that bit more body to the fly as well. So what I want to do is just a little bit of super glue into those tie-in points. And if you want, you can again put on a little bit of a silver dubbing. Head on the fly we're going to use white craft fur. So I'm going to take a bunch of that. This happens to be a pillow actually, but it had a really good quality. White craft fur in it. So strip out the very short stuff that they've trimmed down to give the sort of tapered effect. So essentially I've only got the sort of longer fibres. I'm going to set that on with the tapered point pointing forward. Hold it in place with my left hand, and then I'm going to wrap around that with a loose wrap, making sure that there's fibres the whole way around the shank, and then whenever I pull into that, tight. That allows me to splay it all out and then fold it back. If you don't have the craft fur, you can use Arctic Fox or something like that. There will do the same job for you. Fold that back, that'll create our head. A few whips to finish, or half hitches. So this is all splaying out. So we now take our super glue, fold it back, hold it in position, and then just track all around that tie-in. And what we want here is the super glue to set and hold the position of our head. So there we go. It only takes a few seconds, and that is the tying part of the fly done. So as you see, we end up here with what, 8-9 inches or so of a nice tapered shape with this tinsely, very mobile rear to the fly, and then the bulk of the fly at the front here. So we're going to put eyes on that, but we need the super glue to set. So we'll take that away, leave it off to dry, and do the blue Peter on it with this one. So this one has now had a chance for that to set. I'm going to put red eyes on this here. So if we take our Evo-Stick Serious Glue, and I'm going to put red 8mm eyes on these. So take our eye and put a good blob of the glue on the back of it. I like to throw the fly up onto its side and then squash that down so that the glue comes out around it a little bit, and then repeat the process on the other side. Same thing, blob of glue on the back of it, and then set it in place and push the eye down onto it so that a bit of a lip of the glue comes up around it. And then you can just wet your finger and shape that glue if you feel like it. As I said, I like to get a little bit of it to fold over to make the eyes more secure, even though it's not just as pretty. that is our Jack Frost pike lay.